What's up YouTube? My name's Quickie, welcome back to the channel. We're just carrying on with the tank at the minute. I've been filling and sanding it and we're getting pretty close I think. It's turning out nicely, all these bits are getting blended in and whatnot. Still got a little bit of work to do, but we're getting there. We're having this. This is going to be good. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm going to rant. Because it's brewing. And I think it's needed, well, I need it. So if you don't like rants, yeah, this is probably where you should stop. Go watch something else. But I'm gonna rant. The world has just gone mad. We all know why, this coronavirus thing. It's really not a very good situation at all. But people ain't helping themselves at all. The world has gone mad. I was watching Urchfab, Matt's channel, yesterday, and he was saying that where he is, it's just like any other day really. Unless you watch the news, you wouldn't really know anything's happening. Plymouth has gone batshit crazy, like proper nuts, insane, and it just ain't helping. It really isn't. And people are just being irresponsible and stupid. And I mean, we tend not to shop for more than a couple of days in advance, really. Everything we eat is like, you know, fresh veg, fresh meat. It's all cooked on the day, sort of thing. We love cooking and we're quite good at it, and that's just how we prefer to eat. But given the current circumstance, we thought, well, I don't know, maybe it's an idea to go and do a week shop. But when we do the shop, we'll get things that can sit in the cupboard for a bit, because we haven't got anything, not in the cupboards, because we buy everything fresh. We don't do dinner out of a box. So he thought, oh, I'll go and get some dry pasta and some rice and tins of soup and baked beans, you know, things that if we don't use them, they can just stay in the cupboard for a bit. And that'll just give us a bit of a buffer, so if we do have to go into isolation, you know, we've got a few days to sort out something with a family member, you know, pick us up some shopping or, you know, whatever. So I thought, okay, off to Tesco. So we went to the supermarket. We ended up going to 3 different supermarkets just because we couldn't get anything. If you want to live off wine gums and toothpaste, have at it. There's loads of it. There's bugger all else. And the crowd, oh my God, there's like squillions of people. I mean, they're fighting in the aisles over toilet roll. Toilet roll. There's lots of things in this world worth fighting for. I'm telling you now, toilet roll is not one of them. There was one family came through the checkout. It's like mum, dad, and a, I don't know, 12-year-old kid, little girl. Mum's got 2 trolleys, dad's got 2 trolleys, and she's pushing a 5th one. I mean, the first trolley, half of it was full of bottled water. Well, there's nothing wrong with the water supply. Just turn the tap on. Don't be stupid. And then piled in on top of that is 3 of these massive, you know, like the really big packs of toilet roll. 32 rolls in a pack. That's 96 rolls of toilet paper. How much poo do they generate in 2 weeks? And if that's not enough, in his trolley, that's half full of kitchen roll, just in case the toilet roll runs out. It beggars belief. And of course they're having all this stuff. So other people, they can't buy it now because it's not on the shelves. So you're just being selfish. Get what you need. You know, it's not the end of the, it's just not the end of the world. It really isn't. It will blow over, things will get better. Yes, there are dark times ahead. It ain't great. It's not a brilliant circumstance to be in. I get all that. And I totally understand why people are panicking. But a little bit of common sense, that's ridiculous. If you run out of toilet roll, who cares? That's what the telephone directory's for, innit? Innit? I mean, do I look like I need a barber? No. Well, that's one section gone. And I'm never going to phone up a taxidermist, so he's having it as well. And there's quite a few people that I don't like. I'm never going to need to find their phone number up to give them a call. They're already on the shit list, so they're getting it. It is insane. There was one fella there, he came out and his trolley was absolutely stuffed to the gills with baked beans and pot noodles. Nothing else, baked beans and pot noodles. If anyone's going to need toilet roll, it's him, but even he didn't buy it. Oh, what was the other thing I was going to... Oh yeah, the other thing is they're going on about, you know, if you cough, you've got to cough into your elbow and stuff, and not on your hands and all that sort of... You know, stuff like that I get, that makes good sense. However, I never noticed how many people cough until you're made aware of it like this. I was going around a supermarket and every bugger's coughing. I mean, you know, you're not supposed to be in a crowded place. There was hundreds of people there, hundreds of people. And they're all coughing. It's not a good place to be. You're just putting yourself in harm's way by doing all this stuff. So, you know, don't do it. And how many people, if you think about it, you're supposed to avoid crowded places, and that's fine. Has anybody even thought about the girl on the checkout counter? You know, how many people, be honest, how many of you have said to her, thank you very much for serving us. You didn't need to come in today. Because you're basically in a room full of, I mean, well, how many people do they serve every day? I'm guessing one shift there's going to be a few hundred. You know, a couple of 300 I would say, ish, something like that. So that's like being in a room of 300 people and being personally introduced to every single one of them. All the ones that are coughing, blowing their nose, you know, they get to meet every single one of them. And be honest, how many of you have actually said to the woman, thank you very much for turning up and serving us today. You didn't have to, not given the current climate, but you did, so thank you very much. We did, her name was Margaret, she quite appreciated that. Didn't hear anybody else doing it. You know, they're putting themselves in harm's way to try and serve the public. And all they're getting is grief and shit about how little there is a toilet roll and how much there isn't on the shelves and why haven't they stocked it up yet. It's not right, it's not fair. But like I say, everyone's coughing. There you go. Right, I didn't do it then. I'm normally quite good at that. Yeah, I was walking around the shop and every bugger's coughing. And we were stood in the queue. Right, don't ask me how I know this, but I'll give you a tip. If you're stood in the checkout queue and you've been there for 45 minutes waiting to get served, just give it a couple of coughs into your elbow. I can almost guarantee 4 people will leave the queue in front of you. They'll probably go and get some more toilet roll. People are just getting paranoid. And don't be surprised if once he stopped giggling his buns off, the fella in the queue next to you waiting on his till, in a very loud voice, turns to his missus and goes, seeing as how we've got to go into isolation this afternoon, do you fancy getting a couple of DVDs to watch? It's not funny, but I think this whole thing is going to bring out the best and the worst in people. I really, really do. There's going to be people that are helping out and doing their best, like Margaret, and there's going to be selfish people that just don't give a monkeys about anybody. And it's a shame. That was it. I got in Plymouth. There's this Facebook group. There's probably elsewhere as well. It's a Facebook group that I didn't ask to be added to it. I just got added to it, and essentially it's tagged up as you know, helping your community and stuff, helping other people in need during the coronavirus and whatnot. And it's, you know, people posting stuff about, oh, you know, I've just been in Asda's and they've got tons of toilet roll. and this, that and the other. And you think, okay, well this could be quite good. And there's people like volunteering to do shops for people that are isolated, which I think is a really cool move. That's very selfless, that. I like that. Complete strangers will go and do their shopping for you. That's good. And you kept scrolling through it, and when I say you're going to see the best and the worst in people, there's one post from this utter degenerate. He's posted up, I think he's a student. One of his posts mentioned it or something about college and this, that and the other. But anyway, he's posted up that he's been to Tesco's and he's bought all this lot, and he's posted a picture, and it's nothing but nappies and baby formula and wet wipes and all that kind of stuff. And he posts that he's going to be splitting it up and sticking it in like survival kits, basically. So he's like, okay, cool, that's all right. Anyway, his next post is he's got all these boxes lined up, and it's got like 2 tins of formula in it, packet of wet wipes, nappies, bum cream, this, that and the other. And he's saying, I'll deliver 50 quid a pop. 50, I mean, there's probably what, I don't know, 20 quid's worth of stuff in the box. And he's going, yeah, I'll do it, 50 quid. What a lowlife, what an absolute bellend. People like that, but that's not helping. That ain't helping at all. That's called profiteering, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You need to stop that. That ain't right. Because think about it, the person that you're preying on is a new mum who's got a hungry kid, and she's probably worried out of her head anyway. They're the people that you're exploiting. You should be ashamed of yourself, and you need to stop it. Given a chance, I would love to explain to you why I think that's the case. Because that's just wrong. Some people are doing good, and other people are just not helping at all. Like I said, it's a bit of a rant, this one. I will get on with some work though. So yeah, I think I totally understand why people are freaking out. I really, really do. It's not a good position to be in. One of our neighbours is self-isolated. She ain't got it, but she just don't want to get it. She's in a position to do that. I ain't. I've got to go to work. Because we've got bills to pay, and if I don't work, I don't get paid. So different people are in different positions, and I think that needs to be appreciated. There's some people that are genuinely concerned because they're over 65 and all that sort of stuff, and I totally get the concern, but show a little bit of common sense. There's all these experts at the government and the World Health Organisation and the National Health and all that lot. They're wheeling all these experts out and telling you what to do. Just do it. And then you meet someone at work who's going on, he suddenly reckons he's an expert, and he's come up with all these ideas as to how it started and how to stop it and everything else. Drink lemon juice, that was one. Drink lemon juice. The virus can't stand lemon juice, it just dies. Says who? He's just made that up. So, the only thing I would say is listen to the experts and do what they tell you to do. And you're giving yourself every opportunity to get through this, in a good way. It's, it's just common sense, isn't it? So, but yeah, I do understand why people are freaking out though. It's not good. It really isn't very good. Jake's school, that's been shut from Friday. They don't know when that's going to reopen. Loads of the shops around here are shut in. 24-hour Tesco's, I thought, because I normally dive in there on the way back from work to get something to eat the following day sort of thing. I thought, well, there's going to be nobody there. It's like stupid o'clock at night. Yeah, that's all shut. It's really taking its toll. There's like pubs and restaurants and all this kind of stuff. That's all shut in. The other half is supposed to be going on a girly holiday to Torremolinos in 33 days. Well, they've shut the airports for 30 days. I don't think she's going to be going. I'm not sure she's going to want to go. There's folks at work that have gone back to see their families in Spain and stuff like this. They're stranded. It is not a good situation, but you've got to try and help yourself. like I say, I think this whole thing is going to show the best and the worst in people, and in my humble opinion, that's kind of down to you to decide how you're going to be judged, isn't it? It really is. But I hope everybody's safe, and I hope, you know, it'll all blow over. You know, I ain't got a clue when or how or, you know, what the impacts are going to be or anything else, but we will get through it. We just have to not go mad, basically. I mean, that's my view on it. Feel free to disagree, chuck us a comment, tell me I'm an idiot. Right, I think we're in here. That's as much as I need to do on this, I think. I've got to go over it again with that little bit more filler, some of that fine stuff, and I've got little pinholes and dinks and stuff where obviously been sanding it, you get a bit of grit in there and it just takes a chomp out of it. So we can get all that dressed down, sand it down again, do a guide coat, sand it down again, normal stuff. Yeah, I think we're basically there. So what's happening this week? Well, obviously I'm working on this, I want to get this done. Steve-O's, he's got a whole load of bits and pieces at his gaff. He's isolating for a couple of weeks. Basically, he had his girls last week or something, and this week one of them's been sent home from school with a cough, so they've gone into isolation for 2 weeks. So he's doing the sensible thing, he's isolating himself as well, so he ain't going to be down this weekend, which means I ain't going to get all those goodies that he's got, which is a bit of a shame. I think he's going to post some stuff down to me. What he has ordered though is the all cooler. I'm hoping that's going to get here tomorrow because the office is shut over the weekend. So if that gets here tomorrow, then I can start mocking up and having a go at the all cooler surround as well, which I'm really keen to have a crack at. That could be quite cool. He's just got to get here basically. There's what's his name? Paul Johnston. Stone, I don't know. It's got an E on the end. I think it's John Stone. Anyway, Paul was dead good with his comments and stuff. He was chipping in with, because obviously I was saying about the all cooler and not going for the other one. He was really good at sort of explaining stuff, and I quizzed up Matt from the workshop as well. He put me straight on a few bits and pieces. And this was all to do with like the bores of the pipe leading into the core being bigger. I was concerned that that was going to change the fuel pressure, because obviously it's a bigger pipe. Basically it's going to change the fuel rate. As far as the system goes, it's all down to the restrictions that you've got in the circuit as to, you know, what happens with the pressure. And the biggest restriction you've got is obviously where the oil goes through the crank bearing and the cam bearings. All this bigger pipe's going to do is change the flow rate through the cooler. So yeah, they put me straight on a few bits and pieces, and it's really good that people are still chipping in like this. I really do appreciate it, and he obviously knows his stuff, the way he was talking. So thank you very much, Paul. That was really cool. Do appreciate that. So we think we've got a cooler that's the right physical size. I've still got to cut tabs and stuff off of it, but I'm hoping it gets here on Friday, because the office is shut at the weekend, like I say. But that just means I can be cracking on with stuff. We ain't going to see Steve-O for a couple of weeks, so I'm hoping to have all that done for the next time that he comes down. We just got to get it here, basically. But yeah, progress is being made. Oh yeah, progress. You remember I came up with that big list? I printed it out. I stuck it in one of these project management things, a freebie one off the web. I'm trained in Prince 2 methodology. I ain't doing all that. I just want a list. 3 pages of it, and it's printed quite small. And some of them are kind of big things, like fully weld the frame, build an all cooler surround. You know, other stuff maybe not so much. But at least we've got a list now, so we can just go through and tick stuff off as we get stuff done. And if we think of anything else, we'll just add it there. And that way we know what's what. Steve-O's quite thankful for this, because some of this stuff we're going to have to buy. So it gives us a whole list of things that are going to need to be costed, so we can get his head around that. Some stuff I need to get stuff to make it, so that helps me out. Some things need to be done in order, so you can't do B until you've done A, for example, yeah, whatever it is. So we can start putting all this in some sort of sense of order and just make sure we're concentrating on the right things, and that way we're not wasting time. Because at the minute, to be honest, all I'm doing is whatever's in front of me. Well, it's easy, isn't it? I mean, it all needs doing. You just pick up the bit that you want to do. But anyway, yeah, that's where we are. Sorry for the rant. It has been brewing. I'll try and keep them to a minimum. But yeah, not today. Right.